What's going on YouTube? It's Book Clutter Content here, and welcome back to another episode of Is It Over Yet? Finally with Jack. He's back after a long hiatus.
I'm scared.
He died and I have to resurrect him.
I'm not the same.
Yeah, he's not the same. He tried to kill me.
Twice.
So today we're going to be talking about the fourth Diary of Wimpy Kid movie. Diary of Wimpy Kid,
The Long Haul.
This movie was released in 2017 and was absolute garbage. So what's your opinion on this movie?
I hate it. It's trying to capture what the first Diary of Wimpy Kid movies did, but failing because they made it modern by adding
Epic
memes.
Whew, eat spicy goodness like a boss.
And epic YouTubers.
And the last one to breathe wins $10,000.
So basically, the movie begins. The movie begins. Not Greg, not Mom, not Dad, not Roderick, not Manny, and not Rowley all go.
They could have just gotten the original actors for the parents back.
Like, I
But
know
no, they had to get
different.
cringier ones.
Yeah.
And I'm not using this word lightly. This
Cringe.
movie, on a scale of pepper cringe, is cringe.
On a scale from Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Arnold Schwarzenegger in
Batman.
Forever.
What killed the dinosaurs? The Ice Age!
And Arnold Schwarzenegger in Terminator.
Hasta la vista, baby.
We have a solid
Terminator 2
Batman
Judgment
and Robin
Day. We have a solid Batman.
situation here. We just have Arnold Schwarzenegger under miles because we just watched a video of all of his quotes.
They're so stupid.
There's so many of them.
That's so amazing.
They're so good.
Enough talk!
He doesn't even have to act.
Now,
If I hit me,
I'm not gonna hit you with this.
don't hit me. Okay.
Ah!
Okay, so
On the topic of Satan's video,
basically,
Greg, so the plot of the movie is that the Heffley family go on a road trip, but Greg wants to
go to an epic
go to a gamer convention to meet his favorite YouTuber,
Not Markiplier.
Fat Jackson.
Or not
Welcome to Game Theory. It's Matt from Game Theory.
So the movie starts off with Rowley and the Heffley family going to a restaurant called Corn. This restaurant is
From the books, they did a decent job recreating the restaurant from the books.
It's horrible.
But they ruined it by making Greg look a 2012 meme.
Whew, eat spicy goodness like a
The top text, bottom
So
text.
he had to go.
Remix of voice.
He had to go into the place to get Manny because Manny was stuck in there. Then he goes to the ball pit. He goes to a ball pit and then he finds
picks
a
up
diaper. And instead of taking it off like a normal
instead of doing this, he goes like this.
It's a diaper. It's a diaper.
And he's like screaming that it's a diaper, and then everyone films him and turns him into
a meme.
a 2012 internet meme
Called Diaper Hands.
Diaper Hands. And this comes up so much in the entire film.
For no reason.
Yeah.
And then he is then motivated by Rowley to go to a gaming convention so he can meet his YouTuber
Fat
friend.
Jackson.
And this YouTuber is basically what the movie industry thinks Let's Players are.
Loud, obnoxious people who scream and use catchphrases.
I'll tell that second Jackson. He screams like
But he's funny.
But he's funny.
He's actually
This guy
funny.
is actually...
This guy is not funny.
He isn't. And so he thinks that if he gets a video with this guy, then he
would become the most popular kid at his middle school.
And he wouldn't be known as Diaper Hands anymore. So...
When I first saw that he was Diaper Hands, I was like, dude, just relax. Just give it 2 weeks.
It will
The
die.
meme will die. Like all internet memes. I'm pretty sure that's why Hollywood still thinks the Troll Face song is still relevant. Because it was featured in Pacific Rim 2.
It was?
It was.
I don't know. So then the Heffleys organize a road trip. They go on a road trip with no devices because the mom doesn't
Believe in technology.
So he takes away.
She believes it's corrupting the youth mind.
So he takes away the phones from Greg, Roger, and Dad. And then Greg is forced to read his epic edition of the Xbox magazine featuring Titanfall 2.
As an ad on the front page.
Titanfall 2 is an epic game.
You need to move a little faster than that, son. Speed is life. Speed is life. Speed is life. Speed is life.
You should totally buy it.
It's a very underrated game. I already forget what happens. I chose to suppress the memory of the long haul into the back of my mind and never think of it
One more
again.
thing about Titanfall 2. If
No.
you play Apex and you think you know everything,
Wrong.
play Titanfall 2. And
Apex Legends players, small brain. Titanfall 2 players, big brain.
You can't like the
Titanfall
anime.
1 players,
You can't like the anime
massive brain.
unless you've seen
Read
unless
the
you've
manga.
read
Unless you've seen the manga. Dab.
Dad. So
I hated that.
they we're not kidding right now. I'm just gonna stay there forever.
Okay.
We are going to
This
yeah,
movie
it's horrible.
broke our minds.
So basically, they go on the road trip.
If
and
it sounds like we're at a funeral,
yeah, this is basically the
Yeah,
movie was basically
we're-
funeral, yeah.
we're reminiscing in the sorrows of the original Diary of a Wimpy Kid trilogy.
So basically, the first stop on the Heffleys road trip is this motel that's absolute garbage.
It's a garbage motel. Greg steps on a cockroach, and there's this weird family,
Whereas
which they call the Beardos.
because
They
they're
have
weirdos and the dad has a big beard.
Yep. So, there's one thing about this movie. I got this from someone else, but Greg, it kind of differs from the original theme of the thing where Greg tries to do something to get himself popular, and then fails miserably and causes a whole bunch of trouble for himself. But in this one, everything is coming to Greg. Like, the problems are already happening, and Greg just happens to be...
There.
He just happens to be there and gets blamed for it.
Yeah.
At least for this first
The
problem.
first problem is
He
that,
tries to go to sleep,
and then the
and then
Beardos kids-
the Beardos kids start making a racket outside by getting the cleaning lady's cart and smashing it into the wall.
because that's haha funny joke.
Yeah, so
So
Greg comes up and is like, "Alright, you gotta stop. I'm trying to sleep." And the kids are like, "Why? Why are you trying to sleep? You're not even wearing pants, you're in your underwear." And he's like, "Oh yeah? Well, I'm gonna call the manager and he's gonna kick you out." So then the kids launch the cart at him, which scratches their dad's car.
And then the
Beardo's
dad
dad's
comes
car.
out of a
And
room,
then
and he's
the
like,
Beardo comes out and
"Who
he's
did
like,
this to my car?"
my van, what did you do to my van? And then all the kids, and then like the kid goes, "Greg, this kid did it. Greg did it."
And then the dad goes ballistic.
And Greg
Instead
runs
of-
away, and
instead
then he hides there for around an hour, for like a couple hours, and he comes back, and he goes into the room. He goes into his room, and then he falls asleep.
And then
And in the morning,
Wait, let me get this over. So then he wakes up in the morning, right? He wakes and
he was sleeping in the Beardo's bed.
so the dad's there, and he screams, and then the dad screams,
It's the one scene that actually made us laugh.
and then the dad, instead of like going like,
Why he says, why are you in our room?
Instead of waiting
And
for an
then
answer, he
instead of
just
waiting
tries
for
to
an
tackle
answer,
him.
he charges at Greg, which Greg promptly leaves.
and then goes into the other room that they were in,
Yeah, he goes into the original room.
And then what
I
happens?
know you're waiting for Not My Roderick, but we're gonna save that for the end.
Not my. I already forgot what happens next.
They just
Oh,
go,
they go to the
to,
fair.
they go to the fair.
They go to the country
And-
fair. Manny
And
wins
to escape the
pig.
Beardos,
Manny
Greg hides, and in the process of that, Manny wins a pig.
because he perfectly guessed the weight of a pig.
Yeah, he perfectly guesses it. And then
And then Roderick eats fried butter.
he eats deep fried butter on a stick.
And
And then throws up on the Beardo's dad. Then they leave.
but he doesn't like throw up on him on purpose. Like, it's not like he runs over to him. They go on this ride to avoid him, and the Beardo dad just freaking puts his hand.
Dad just climbed on the wall.
Strangers too.
He just doesn't give up.
He just.
He
No
does-
matter how much damage he takes, they're there.
Well,
Like the Beardos weirdly like follow them. It's like a dark shadow behind Greg. The more he runs from his problems, the Beardos are there. This is getting I don't like that. I overanalyze that. They're not
It's a
doing
dark
because it's
shadow.
not like they're not trying to show a message. Don't run from your problems.
Oh my god.
They're
you
just
guys.
weirdly there because
Oh my
they need a
God.
conflict.
Oh my god, you guys.
What?
You guys. It's like us.
It's us! Oh
It's
my
us.
god! The Beardos are the opposite of the Heffley family.
Okay, after the fair, they go to another.
They go to another hotel. The pig eats the candy.
The pig eats the mini
They
fridge.
just jump from location to location.
So Roderick tries to get dinner for them, but he gets popped.
This is before.
No. It's,
No,
it's
no,
the other
that's,
hotel.
that's, that,
No,
no, that's
the
the first hotel.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
They go to the first. They go to the
They
grocery
disguise it
store.
as a microwave.
Roderick
Obtains Papa
gets
Pepe's pizza,
Papa Pepe's pizza and puts it inside of a safe.
thinking it's a microwave.
Yeah, then the whole thing with the Beardos happened in the fair. And now they go to another hotel, the pig eats the snacks,
In the mini
then
fridge.
they just go, then they just
They go to
leave
a
the hotel.
and then they go to a fancier hotel,
No,
which is like
A whole bunch of road shenanigans happen where
like with the.
they almost run out, they almost,
They almost kill
die.
someone. The pig almost dies.
the pig almost dies
A
by
whole
jumping
bunch
out
of
of the
stuff
window.
happens. And then Greg,
It's Gweg.
Wadwick,
Gweg.
Gweg,
Gwegly Heffley. It's Gweg.
Gweg.
It's Gwegly.
Okay, so Greg, when his parents are arguing outside, he switches the GPS coordinates to the
They're
convention
going to
center.
their their
grandma's
great grandma's house
for
a party. But Greg wants to go to a convention.
so he can meet Fat
Jacksepticeye. So he changes their GPS to go to he changes the GPS to go to the convention. So they go into this fancier motel. Then Greg and Roderick sneak off to go to the convention. They go to the convention. Roderick fails at a video game. Greg plays a video game.
So he can't get his van repaired, so he's so depressed. He
wants
spends the entire movie complaining about how he needs his van fixed.
Yeah, so then Greg wants to meet Jacksepticeye, but there's a huge line, so he sneaks out of line and appears right behind Fatsepticeye, even he's in front of an entire crowd, and nobody seems to notice him.
Fatsepticeye's trying to win the record on some skiing game that nobody.
And then
That
he
probably doesn't
realizes
exist.
Greg is behind him,
So he
and he
freaks
fails at
out.
the game. And then he was like, "Who are you, kid?"
And then
And then
Greg's mom
Comes
is
in.
angry, and he's like, Greg Heffley, I thought we were done with
Well,
electronics after the
first
whole
it was the
diaper hang.
after the whole diaper hands incident, and then everyone recognizes him as Diaper Hands.
And that's up there. It's like
The diaper hand joke follows Greg forever. Like when he first gets into the con, there was a guy dressed up as him. Like, there's a diaper on my head. Oh my god.
Yeah, but didn't the thing like only happen like a couple of days earlier?
Yeah. They weirdly exaggerated this meme because they think that's what's trending. These are the original writers for the original trilogy of Dive and Wimpy Kid films. And Jeff Kinney, the writer of the books. And they got all the talent, but failed miserably.
Yeah.
Then, Susan, or the mom, kicks them out of the con. And then they're driving,
back on the road.
and then they have a boat attached to the trunk, which has a tarp full of their stuff. When the tarp comes loose and all their stuff flies out of the van.
And then when they're trying to collect their things,
They're trying
the
to collect
beardos just
the beardos
steal.
are there. They're just there, and they start stealing their stuff. And they're like, "This is for the van." And it's not even a big scratch. It's a tiny scratch.
"This is for my car."
It's a tiny scratch. This just reminded me of when Greg and Rowley in the first film, the first Diary of Wimpy Kid film,
Got the
they're scaring the teenagers away with a bunch of power tools, but then Greg
With a
accidentally
weed
cuts
whacker.
their car with a weed whacker. But never mind that. But so they're trying. So the
Don't think
family's
this is
trying
like
to
that
follow
movie.
them.
Don't think this movie is like that movie.
I'm not. Yeah, I shouldn't compare this to a masterpiece. But so they try to follow the Beardos, but the Beardos are just they just disappeared. So then Greg feeds there's like a big traffic jam. Greg feeds a seagull, and then there's like 1,000 seagulls dive bomb their car, which causes them to crash.
And then they go.
They all make up about like the con, like how they lied to them, some story stuff, and then they go on a hunting trail.
They take the back roads.
They take the back roads.
And then the cinnamon roll that
that gets overheated and pops. So since they're in a hunting territory,
Roderick
thinks
this is
he got shot because most of the cinnamon roll
Roderick
went on the back of
effing.
his head. So he thought he got shot and died.
and died. Yeah. Roderick effing dies.
Roderick thought he got
Diary of
shot.
Wimpy Kid. Roderick effing dies. So Roderick goes to Vietnam.
So then they get stuck in mud. They get out of the mud.
and
Then they go to a hotel. They're driving past a motel, which Greg notices that the Beardo's van is there. So then
this movie becomes a revenge movie.
So then the family goes into the Beardo's into their room while they're at the pool, the motel pool, and they start looking through their stuff. They start looking through the Beardo stuff, looking for their stolen material, their stolen stuff. And then they realize it's in the van, so they go into the van. But Greg stays behind because he needs to go to the bathroom.
And then
So the Beardo dad comes in, and then Greg's in the shower.
Yeah,
So
so
he has to stay there quiet while the dad's taking a massive dump. And then the dad leaves.
the entire
Greg accidentally turns on the shower, which causes the dad to come back and chase Greg out of their motel room, which they realize that the dad stole their stuff back, and they drive off.
after throwing the keys in the garbage.
Their car keys in the garbage, so they have to look through that. So then they reach a hill.
For some reason, there's a massive hill that they need to go
Yeah,
over.
and for some reason, inconveniently,
The car
their great grandma's house
is at the
is
bottom of the
right
hill.
at the bottom of the hill.
Yeah.
Why are you laughing, Cyrus? Why are you laughing?
I don't know.
Sorry. this is
What
the-
happened? Yeah, he's the camera operator.
Yes. Anyways, back to the review.
Check out his channel, Cyrus Mun.
Does he have a channel?
He does.
Yeah.
What do you play? You play Fortnite?
No.
No.
He has a Minecraft Let's Play. It's not really
It's
Minecraft.
cringy.
It's a very cringy
I
channel.
love cringe.
Check it out.
I'll put the link in the if
You're probably not gonna do that.
No.
So, anyways, so they find the house and then they initiate in the car breaks down. So they roll the car and the boat down the hill so they can get to they call their great grandma Meemaw, so they get to Meemaw's house. Greg doesn't get into the van in time, so he hops onto the boat. The boat becomes unhinged and he flies into Meemaw's pool
without hurting anyone.
Surprisingly, no one was hurt. And then Meemaw was just like, "Hey, Greg, is that you?" And then Greg says hi, and then she goes, "What a pleasant surprise!" And then nobody cares.
Bro, get the boat out of my pool.
Yeah. Then they drive home.
And that's basically the end of the movie. After credit scene is Steve Zahn
There's no
crazed
after-credit
with
scene.
a musket. Then
You have to watch
then
the original
proceeds to murder
See,
the
we are
entire cast.
we are a big fan of Steve Zahn's performance in the first
three
the
movies.
first three movies.
Come on! You're gonna be late for the Battle of Philippi!
He's also very good in Adam Sandler's For Ridiculous Sex.
Looky here.
Is he in that movie?
Yeah, he's the blind guy.
Oh my god. I haven't
He
I
plays a-
haven't watched that movie. I need to see that just for him.
He also plays a crazed lunatic in that movie as well.
I need to see that movie now. Just for him.
Just for
So, now it's our rating. Oh wait, no, not my
reverse.
Roderick.
Oh, okay, you go.
Roderick. He's basically... He looks like the Smiling Titan from Attack on Titan.
Oh my god.
Roderick, can you explain what you're doing in this photo?
That's not me.
They changed Roderick's character from being a...
Kind of like a stupid
Like,
teenager.
no, he wasn't a stupid teenager.
Like,
he was like the scary older brother that only cares about himself. Like, he was intelligent. He was dumb, but like he was
intelligent enough.
He was intelligent enough.
But
this
in this movie,
one,
he's just
this Roderick, is just a massive idiot. Like, he's just an
dumb.
idiot.
He's just dumb.
He's very dumb.
So, Jack, it's time for the reverse review.
The reverse review.
1 being the highest and 10 being... Okay, 1 being the best and 10 being
We each get
a ring out of 5.
out of 5, and then we combine the scores.
I'd give this movie a solid 5.
I give this a solid
5?
4.
I'd give it a 5. I really hate this.
Sort of. It's very bad, but it's not the worst. It's a very cringy movie.
Actually, I'd give it a 4.
But it's not terrible.
Yeah. Like, if you've, like, never seen a Diary of Wimpy Kid movie before, and you see this movie...
You see some resemblance to the original series, but
it's kind of disappointing.
It's just it's bad.
So
I give it a 4.
I give it a 4. So a solid rating of 8 out of 10. Not the worst movie. Would I watch it again?
Not terrible.
If it was midnight and I didn't know what I was doing. If I had friends to torture. Yeah. But yeah, that'd be the end.
Disinterested. We're just constantly playing with other things.
But that'll be the end of this video. Please smash that like button, comment down below, share our friends, subscribe to the Club. This has been Boy, Quality Content, and Jack. See you in the next video. Goodbye.